Aviv. Tel Aviv is the coastal area. 70% of the Jewish population in Israel lives on the coastal area. Why? Because if you have traveled in this part of the world 100 years ago, 30% of the population was sick with malaria. So all the coastal area was swamps. The Jews, when they arrived back to Israel, bought the land, dried out the land, drained the swamps, and made it wonderful agricultural land. So most of the Jews live from Haifa. We saw Rishon LeZion, the fourth largest city in Israel, very, very dense along the coastal area. Then we have the mountain area. Jerusalem is located on the mountain. Jerusalem is located on the mountain. There's a mountain strip area, and 55% of Israel is a desert. What is the definition of a desert? The definition of a desert is very simple. A place where it rains less than 200 millimeters of rain, 8 inches of rain, because 8 inches of rain of 200 millimeters of rain, you need to grow wheat. If you haven't got this quantity of water, you can't grow wheat. So it's a desert. In this area, in Eilat, it could rain an inch a year. 35 millimeters of rain a year is the average. And usually it comes in 1 day or 2 days as flash floods, and it's finished. But also, the desert is blooming. We will go down to the Dead Sea. You'll see a lot of palm tree, date trees. When you speak about the desert, I speak about rainy water. I don't speak about underground water. Like Saudi Arabia is a desert, but underground there's a lot of water underground in Saudi Arabia. So you could pump the water up. A lot of the water in the desert is very salty water that we can't use for drinking water, so we use it for agriculture. Now when I speak about agriculture, in Israel was invented the most important invention in agriculture, the dripping system. The pipe that drips water directly on the root of the plant, of the tree. So there's no spent water wasted by evaporation or irrigating land that isn't in use. When you drip water directly on the root of the plant, there's 100% use of water, nothing isn't evaporated. And everything is computerized. So you could decide that you water your garden only at night time because it's very, very hot. So the water doesn't evaporate because of the heat. Now, so this is the desert area, the Dead Sea. We will be on the northern side of the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea isn't the sea, and the Sea of Galilee that's located here isn't the sea. Both of them are lakes. Closed bodies of water that receive running water into them, but there's no running water out of them, and they don't connect to other bodies of water. So also the Sea of Galilee and also the Dead Sea are totally lakes. But we call them seas. You know, in this part of the world, we had invented everything. So, now, when I said that you must understand somebody's culture to understand his agriculture, to understand his agriculture to understand his culture, I'm going back to the Jewish culture. And from the Jewish culture, I will speak also about Jesus and understand why did Jesus arrive in Temple Mount. In this part of the world, there's a rainy season and a dry season. The rainy season, we do one thing. In historical times, we argue. I say it as a joke, but Jews like to argue. And we always say, as I said as a joke, why don't people in Israel have sex in the street? For only one reason. Not that it isn't polite, not that it isn't nice. Because if you will have sex in the streets, everybody will come and tell you what you aren't doing right. We are very good at giving advice. So 6 months of the year we argue and pray for rain, and 6 months of the year we work. When I speak working, we work in agriculture. And there's 7 species of fruit and wheat that are blessed in this part of the world, and it's very important to understand it. Wheat and barley. And then we got figs, pomegranates, grapes, dates, and olives. Totally 7 species of fruit and wheat. Why? Why are these 7 species very important because you could preserve them. Wheat and barley you could preserve as grain and grind them later on for flour. So remember, there's no AC and no refrigerator. The rest of them, pomegranates you could keep as a closed pomegranate and you could eat it later in the year. Dates you could eat from the tree, you could dry them out or manufacture what we call today honey out of dates. It's called silan. It's very, very popular. Grapes, you could drink the grapes, you could eat from the tree, manufacture, dry them out for raisins or drink them as wine.